Okay, we are at the UPenn Pro Day with BJ Benning of Lehigh University, defensive lineman number 60. Just got through his Pro Day workouts. So, what was it like coming to enemy territory on an enemy campus?
It's always a little strange not coming to your home site and everything, but we're just trying to get out here, show our time, show the scouts how good we are, and, just get noticed.
And, definitely coming onto an Ivy League campus, I feel smarter already. So, I mean, how do you feel?
I feel all right. I mean, it's not that different from Lehigh University, but it's a little bit away from home, but it's all right.
And I know a lot of players do a lot of different pro days on their tours. Is this your first one, or do you have others coming up? Or tell us about that.
Last week I was at Villanova University for their pro day, and this is my second one here at UPenn, and that's all I got on my schedule so far.
So how do you think you did out here? There was a lot of wind that you had to combat, and also the turf was a little wet out here. So how do you think you did overall?
I think I did all right. I mean, those are things you can't really control, so you just got to fight through it. Can't let the wind bother you or the turf bother you. You just got to run the best you can.
And also, I see that there weren't a whole lot of scouts out here, just 6 teams represented. So does that discourage you that not a whole lot of eyes are on you, or maybe you feel more comfortable playing to a smaller crowd?
It doesn't really bother me. I mean, I'm from a small school, so I mean, anyone we can get a look at us is a good day. Whether it's 2 people or 6 people, I mean, the more the better.
And what are your plans on draft day? What do you think you're going to be doing?
Probably just sitting around at home, watching TV, see what's going on, hope for the best.
Sitting around doing his thing. I mean, that's exactly what I do. So this is Football Rob. We're here with BJ Benning, Lehigh University. Thanks for the time, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, Football Rob here at the UPenn Pro Day with Osayi Osunde. I got that right?
That's correct, Osayi Osunde.
Okay, so he's with Villanova. This is his second time doing a pro day. He was at the Temple Pro Day. So being a veteran of these events, how do you think you did on both of them?
The Temple Pro Day I did pretty good in the beginning, but then in the 40, I sort of tweaked my quad a little bit. So I wanted to come out here at UPenn, get some time for my leg to heal up, run a better 40.
And, it was pretty windy out here. How do you think that affected your 40? Because we had to switch ends.
I mean, the wind gust was pretty good, but I mean, you never want to attribute a slow 40 because of a wind gust. I don't think it really affected that much. It might have a little bit, but not much.
And how do you think you did on the individual drills? I thought you were pretty fluid in your movements there. Were you happy with your performance?
For the shuttles, I think I did pretty well. I was coming out of different turns pretty well. And then for the individuals, I felt pretty fluid. But one part that I thought I was pretty good at, which is catching balls. I kind of faltered a little bit and I dropped some balls, which is kind of disappointing. But I finished the drill, so I think the overall thing about that is just trying to capture your movement, how fluid you are from getting out of breaks. But I think I did pretty well.
So dropping passes. I mean, that's not something that you usually do. What do you think it was? Maybe was it nerves, or was it just you just dropped a few?
I think it might have been nerves.
I hate to put you on the spot, but
I think it might have been nerves because the passes were right there in my hands, and I feel like I was just trying too hard to clamp down on it and just ended up hitting it out of my hands or something like that. But sometimes there's a lot of pressure when it comes to these days because you have scouts and everybody looking at you. You got to make sure you can't mess up. So it comes down to a couple different variables.
I'm here with AJ Jackson, University of Cal at Penn, and he's here at the UPenn Pro Day, lighting it up, man. So how did it feel to get out there?
I felt great. I've just been working hard for this day and finally paid off. Hopefully I'll put a good show on for the scouts here.
I noticed it was kind of wet out there, and you might have slipped on a few drills, but you turned it around with the 60-yard shuttle. How'd you manage to fight through that?
I mean, I've been training, for the past 4 months, and I know I've been having better times and haven't been slipping, so I just had to calm down and just slow down and just go at my speed.
And then when you were catching passes, I didn't see you drop one. What's the key to just snatching those balls out of the air like that?
You got to just completely just relax and don't even stress yourself. Just know what you can do and just go do it.
And also, I want to ask you about, you had a pretty big game there, 3 touchdowns, 100-yard game against Indiana, Pennsylvania. You went up against a top corner there with the funky name. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. How'd you manage to have such a big game against a top player like that?
I mean, when you're going against somebody that you know that's good, you look for it, you practice harder in that week, and you just learn his game and just try to go out and be a dominant player because scouts are watching both of you guys.
Now, I have his name written down.
It's Quasi I can't say his last name, but I know just who you're talking about.
I'm going with Akwazi Owunsu Ansah. Is that good enough?
Yeah, he was definitely he was the greatest player I went against in Division II, and we was giving each other hell that day.
Now, how did you play him the whole game? Because I got connections. I could get the film.
We played each other. He played me. He came up and played me in the slot, but I don't just play one position, so he just couldn't follow me around the field the whole time. So it was a couple times that he wasn't against me, and a couple of times he was, but we was going at it.
So word on the street, he's a legit player then.
Yeah, he's definitely the next level guy.
All right, and last thing, I mean, just watching you work out here, I would compare you to a guy like Dwayne Bowe, Kansas City Chief. Would you agree with that assessment, or maybe you have a different player that you compare well to?
I like a Larry Fitzgerald, like hands, route running, doesn't drop anything, just hard worker, I was a little out of shape today, but I haven't been really conditioning training. I've just been speed training for the 40, and when I get back up to camp, you're gonna see a totally different player.
And what other pro days did you go to?
I only had the Cactus Bowl, and that's about it. I didn't go to any other ones. I've just been trying to get in shape and just stay focused.
All right, that's AJ Jackson, University of Cal at Penn. Thanks for your time, man.